Good morning everybody and welcome to Facebook Live. My name is Lindy Smith and today I'm going to be telling you all about how to add marble patterns to your sugar paste. Now the cake I've got here was created at the weekend. I was teaching the Birmingham branch of the British Sugar Craft Guild how to make paste patterns, and one of the patterns we did was the marbling. And if I turn this round, you can see on this flower that I've got lovely marble patterns. We did all sorts of different patterns, but it's the marbling I'm going to be showing you today. Now if I spin the cake, you can see some of the others. The musical notes obviously the wrong way around because it's the way the camera works. Just spin it slowly, you can see a few bits and pieces. So I've got welly boots. It's designed for festival season or summer fates, whatever you prefer. So we've got welly boots around the bottom, bunting around the top, and then we've got this big flower here just to add a little bit of panaz. Okay, now if you'd like to say hello and you're watching this on Facebook, please do, and also ask me any questions that you might have or post some comments up. I'd love to know what you've got to say. So I'm going to flip the camera and I will start to show you the little bits I used first of all on this cake, and then I'm going to show you how to make the marbling. Right, so let me flip this over. I'm just going to, let me move this out the way first. I will clear the decks, as they say, and flip the camera. So just bear with me. Oh, lots of thumbs up. Thank you, everybody. Oh, it's lovely to see them flying across the screen. Oh, we've got some... One of my fans, I know her very well. She's saying, hello, sweetheart. That's very sweet. And Laura says, hi, Lindy. Fantastic. Lovely to have you with me this morning. Right, as I say, I'm going to flip the camera and, oops, it's not flipping. There we go. Right, these are the welly boots, which I've actually already posted up on Facebook and on Instagram as well, if you've seen them, and the musical cutters that I made on Saturday using the marble technique. I'm just going to whiz across here. I was using cutters from the Lindy's Cakes range. That's the welly boot cutter, and the small sugarcraft cutters, which I used on the cake that you saw, are these. We've got the small welly boot. We've got one of the musical notes from the musical note set. The petal is actually one of the Lysianthus petals. I just like the shape of it, and putting it together really made a nice stunning flower. And the top triangle is part of our equilateral triangle set, which makes perfect bunting. So what I'm going to do is pop this up onto my stand, and then you can watch me make the marble paste. Amanda says good morning. Got hi from Australia. Good morning, Alice. It's lovely that you're with me. Okay, just adjust the positioning of the stand here. There we go. Now I'm going to be covering this musical note cutter, and I've got the cutter that I'm going to be using to cut out the paste there. So the first thing you need when you're marbling, if you look at these examples I've got, is that you need some colours. Now I recommend probably at least 3. On these I've got quite a number. I've got pinks, I've got oranges, pale pinks, I've even got a little touch of blue. Can you see that in there? And I've got yellow as well. If you look underneath there, that's got a yellow stripe. So it's important to have a range of colours. We've got, somebody's saying she's shared the video. That's so kind of you. I do love it when people share the videos because I know then it's going out to the whole wide world. Okay, so what you need, as I say, is colours. So I'm just going to move this out of the way. I've got some left over from the weekend, so I'm going to use the same colour palette as I did then. So I've got some bright pink, and I love this. And what I'm going to do is put little pull. I've got a block here. I'm going to just pull little pieces off like so. So that's the pink. It matches my spaces. I love this pink. It's what I'm wearing today as well. And we're currently rebranding and redesigning rather our website, and we've got quite a lot of pink going on. Nice deep pink. And we've also got orange, which is this colour here. There we go. I love pink and orange together. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but I really love the two colours together. Brenda said she's a huge fan of mine, and she's all the way from India. Fantastic. It's lovely to know that you are all with me. I've now got a peachy colour because you need something a little bit lighter to go in the mix. I think doing it this way means you can sort of see what you're going to get. at least you can see the colour balance. As you know, I absolutely adore colour, and colour to me is very important, that it's right. I probably spend more time colouring my paste than I do anything else. Jo says she loves the wellies. I love the wellies too, and haven't we had the most revolting wet weather recently? So these wellies I think were absolutely perfect. Right, a little bit of yellow in that. That's quite, on the camera it's looking quite vivid. It's not quite as vivid in real life. And then I've got some leftover bits from Saturday's class. I'll just bring that in. Can you see they're already mixed up together? So I'm just going to pop a few little bits from that, showing that you don't have to waste any of the sugar paste that you use in the marbling. Okay, so we've got a pile of pieces of sugar paste there. So the next thing we're going to do is to scrunch them all together. So bring this hand in. Okay, so all scrunched together. The next thing to do is to knead them. Now I find the easiest way of kneading is to stand up above my work surface and to knead using the power of from your shoulder downwards. Now at the moment that doesn't look very exciting, does it? See, it's not as nice as what you see over here. So I'm going to show you a couple of tricks. And the first one is to make it into a ball and then to cut your roughly kneaded sugar paste in half. Now look at that. It's like a butterfly effect. Now you can obviously leave it like that and make it into a butterfly if you wanted to. I'm just going to take, maybe I will. The thing with marbling is you never know what you're going to get. So the secret here is the rolling out, because if I roll out now in this direction, it does that. In fact, I am going to remove that second half. I think I prefer just working with this bit. And then I'm changing direction and it widens the pattern. You've probably noticed I'm using spacers. This is so that my paste remains at 5mm thick. And now I've basically come to that width. I can't spread it out even more. So what I'm going to do is get some other paste. So the piece I've just cut off, I'm going to place underneath. Or I could put some plain paste on there. And this means that now when I've got more paste, so I can keep spreading. And what you can do is you can choose a piece of the paste, the pattern that you like. And I quite like this end bit. So what I'm going to do is place some more paste underneath. And I've got some, excuse the rustling, got some yellow under there. So what I'm going to do is place that underneath. Then I can spread this out to get those lines in, because they're rather lovely, aren't they? And if a bit of it's not very interesting, what you can do is you can just fold it under. So if I didn't want this section here, for example, I can fold it under this, and you can even have joins in it. I love this bit. I want to spread it out. So I'm just going to do that. And now I'm going to spread that out. And you're getting this wonderful line coming through here. And I can just keep doing that. You basically work with the bit that you want. Another trick is to use your finger and to manipulate the pattern before you have the thickness that you want. So can you see what I'm doing? So although I had lines originally, now I'm having like wiggly lines, and it makes sort of wavy pattern. The other thing to do is obviously to take your cutter and see how it fits, what the pattern's doing and how you want it. And that's looking quite good. So what I'm going to do, or I could do it that way. Ooh, options, options, options. Okay, I'm just going to keep rolling this until it's 5mm. And now I'm going to cut my paste out, and I've decided I'm going to have a slightly yellow centre bit there, and then we'll have a bit of pink up the top, I think. Or maybe go even that way. Yes, okay. So press down, like so, and you'll see in a moment what happens. I'll take the excess paste away. Of course, none of that is lost. You can use that again. You can roll it out. You can use it for another cookie very, very easily. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is pop some piping gel. I'll just bring this in so you can see it. It's just a little pot of piping gel. And I use piping gel on cookies so that they don't go soggy when I'm put the sugar paste on top, like so. Like that, pop that out the way. I'm now going to lift this sugar paste off my board. Now the secret here is not to distort the shape, and obviously with a musical note it's important firstly that it's the right way around, and secondly that you don't stretch this rather delicate centerpiece. And then if you look at the cutter, because it's a cookie cutter, you get these feathering. I don't know if you can see on the edges here. So I'm just going to use my fingers to just smooth that edge and make sure it's all nice and neat. Like, oops, show you on the camera. And then I'm going to place it on my cookie. Now I know one of the questions I had at the weekend about cookies was why do they spread? The importance when you're baking cookies is that you let the mixture chill. If you don't let the mixture chill, when you come to bake them, they tend to spread so that they become bigger than the original cutter. I've been making these for years, and luckily these haven't spread, but they always spread a tiny little bit, so you always get this sort of border around the outside. Now you can, if you want to, just with your finger, just smooth all the way around like that. But I hope you like this pattern. Each one you do is going to be different because that's the nature of making marble paste. Okay, what I'm going to do is bring the big cake in, and I'll give you a close-up of the flour, which also shows marbling. Let's bring that in here, and before I do that I will just quickly zoom in on the one I've just covered. I'm really rather pleased with that. I hope you like it too, and I'll just show you these again. So you see all different patterns, all different effects, and you can just keep opening up the marbling as much as you want to by placing the paste underneath. Okay, I'm going to zoom up to the big cake itself and show you the flour. And there we are, that's the flour. Okay. Now on this cake, obviously I was using modelling paste, not sugar paste, because you need to be able to put it thin. I'm going to quickly flip the camera again, and hopefully you'll see me. There we are. And pop this back on there. Wonderful. Right, that's my quick demonstration over. Sharon says, these are so beautiful. Thank you so much, Sharon. It's lovely to see you on here as well. Welcome. Okay, I will pop on afterwards. I will give you the link to the recipe for cookies. I'll also give you some links to the cookie cutters as well, because these are made of stainless steel. They are really robust. You can pop them in your dishwasher. They're really nice and firm as well. They'll last you a lifetime. It's what the Americans call heritage cutters. And if there's any questions that you have, then please do ask. If you're watching this on Facebook, then it's ideal. I will come straight back and answer them for you. Thank you very much for joining me today. I hope I've inspired you to have a go at some cookies. So it's summer fete time, festival time, right around the corner. So it's a perfect time to be doing these. Thank you very much, and see you next time.